Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about Wildstar. I want to kick off a one-on-one guide series to kind of hopefully give you guys the basics of Wildstar and help you make decisions on what you're going to do with your play of Wildstar. So to kick things off, I want to go through and talk about the character creation. And the reason that I want to bring this up is that there's various aspects of the character creation that you want to be aware of. So that way, as you go through and make decisions when you're creating your character, you might need to do a little bit of research. If you're not lucky enough to get into the beta period, you'll need to know of certain things in order to make certain decisions when the release comes. That way you're a little bit ahead of the game, so that way you can enjoy Wildstar. So the first thing that I want to talk about, of course, is that there are various factions in the game. To kick off, you've got the Exiles, and then you also have the Dominion. And I see that probably going to play into the PvP open world, so that way when you're in certain areas, depending on who has control of those areas, there'll be open PvP in those areas. Now, when you go through and you look at the races, there are usually a male or female, and then there's the 4 races. And except for on the Dominion side, there's actually the Chuas, and those Chuas actually are only one gender. There's not a multi-gender Chua. And depending on what race you pick, you can see that there are various aspects or various classes that you can or cannot select because of your race. I kind of see this as a negative aspect of Wildstar because, you know, there's certain types of looks that I like, or certain things I want to look like with my character, which is just as important as the class. But in order to play the certain class that you may want to play, you may have to choose a specific race that you're not happy with. Now, you can actually see it is grayed out, and there's a busted sign here, so that way you cannot select the class if it is not selectable for the individual race. So what you do is, as you go through here and check out these different classes, then you can go through and see kind of the information. Of course, go out into the web and see what types of classes do what. Wildstar does have a pretty good overview of everything, and I'm sure there's some very detailed guides out there that are coming out now that the NDA has been lifted for Wildstar, even while it's in its beta period. And of course, you do get to select an additional path. And in here, there's 4 different ones. You've got your soldier, settler, scientist, and explorer. I would highly recommend, if you can while in beta, try these out, see which ones you prefer. It gives you different abilities depending on these paths. It kind of gives you different side quests as well. And you want to do as much research as possible while you're going through your research of Wildstar. And if we go into our customization screen, you can see it zooms in on top of your character. You can go through and choose various face styles, or you can go in and actually customize variation parts of the face. That's pretty much the most detailed. It's not very complex. You'll probably spend most of your time on the face customization, and everything else is generally only 8 to maybe 12 different variations for the different aspects, such as your face style, your hairstyle, eye color, eye style, and then, of course, any type of other accessories and things like that. You can save out the load and basically update that or save it out, so that way you can bring it into another realm if you wanted to save the look of your character, and then just accept those changes and create your name that you want to do for the individual character. Now, I hope this kind of gives you a rough idea of what to expect while you're going through and preparing yourself to play Wildstar, and hopefully this will be the first of many videos I'm going to bring out that's going to give you the basics of Wildstar in order to find out more about the game. And as always, happy hunting, guys.